Yo.
Tony Booth DEADTony Booth dead at 85. Till death us do part. Actor Tony Booth has died aged 85. The actor and campaigner, whose daughter Sherry is married to ex-PM Tony Blair, passed away last night, his family said in a statement. Pop Press Association 19 Tony Booth has died at the age of 85. Alamy 19 Tony Booth with daughter Sherry, future PM Tony Blair and then wife Pat Phoenix in 1983. Pop Press Association 19 Tony Booth is the father of Sherry Blair, ex-PM Tony Blair's wife. Pop Press Association 19 Tony Booth shot to fame in 1965 when he played Mike in Till Death Us Do Part. A statement released on behalf of his wife Steph Booth said, "It is with sadness we announce the death of Anthony Booth, actor and political campaigner. Tony passed away late last night with close family members in attendance." The family asked for their privacy to be respected at this time. The Liverpudlian was born in 1931 to a working-class family and developed his love of acting when he was enrolled in his national service. He was posted to Paris and stayed there for 5 years in repertory theatre before moving on to TV in the 1960s. He married Royal Academy of Dramatic Art graduate Gail Smith in 1952 and had daughters Lindsay and Sherry with her, before leaving her to move in with producer Julie Allen, who bore him 2 more girls. Rex features 19 Tony Booth appeared in The Saint in 1965. Rex features 19 Tony in 2010. He suffered a stroke that year and had struggled with heart problems in the last years of his life. He had 2 more daughters during his second marriage to model Pamela Smith. In 1979, Mr. Booth almost burned himself to death in a fire at his flat, remaining hospitalized for months. He played Malcolm Wilkinson in Coronation Street from 1960–1961 and had a host of other film and TV roles during the decade. In the 1990s he enjoyed a revival in his television career, with roles in the likes of Holby City, The Bill and Mersey Beat. Pop Press Association 19 Tony Booth, left, shot to fame on Till Death Us Do Part in 1965, playing Mike Rawlins. News Group Newspapers Limited 19 Tony Booth had 9 daughters and was married several times. Camera Press 19 Tony Booth, who died aged 85, was a TV favorite in the 60s. Rex features 19 Tony played layabout Mike Rawlins in the long-running series Till Death Us Do Part. Pop Press Association 19 Tony playing Mike Rawlins on the set of the hit program. Booth has performed in more than 20 feature films. But it was his role as Mike Rawlins, the lefty son-in-law of racist Alf Garnett, in the long-running sitcom Till Death Do Us Part that propelled him to fame in 1965. Fallen Stars Celebrity Deaths 2017 from Bruce Forsyth and Jake LaMotta to Liz Dawn. Tony also wrote 3 political memoirs, the last being in 2002. When his son-in-law Tony Blair became Prime Minister in 1997, his political views proved to be an occasional thorn in the PM's side. Paw Press Association 19 Tony Booth with daughter Sherry in her barrister's robes in 1995. Rex features 19 Tony and daughter Sherry at the National Television Awards in 1996. Manchester Evening News 19 Tony Booth and daughter Jo with then Prime Minister son-in-law Tony Blair in 2001. Rex features 19 Tony Booth at the preview of 1974 film Confessions of a Window Cleaner. Rex features 19 Tony Booth and Honor Blackman in The Avengers in 1963. Rex features 19 Tony Booth and his wife Stephanie Buckley in 2010. Reuters 19 Tony enters number 10 and shares a joke with a policeman in 2007. Alamy 19 Tony Booth, who suffered from dementia, and wife Steph in 2014. In 1999 he railed against androids at Labour's Millbank HQ and a year later said his daughter's husband had stuffed the House of Lords with Tony's cronies. Booth was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2004, and he suffered a severe stroke in 2010. Severe heart problems plagued the final years of his life.